Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're checking out Evoland by Shiro Games. This is an RPG with a very unique twist, and from everything that I've heard from everybody, it's quite good. Apparently the deal is, as you progress through this game, the landscape and the general aesthetic of the game and like the entire gameplay convention surrounding it will basically ascend through the hierarchy of gameplay systems as far as like graphical aesthetic. So it's going to start out very simple and eventually work its way up to and including like 3D graphics, something like that, and it might start something more like a Dragon Warrior. I don't know. I haven't actually spoiled this one for myself, but I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and all the buzz has me very interested, and I know you guys have been interested in seeing it, and seeing me talk about it as well, so let's do just that. Start a new game. This is my very first time trying it out. I have absolutely no prior experience in this game. I have not even watched any videos on it. I have just heard a couple people talking in general about it. So I've got right key. Seems to be some chest open this way. I've got left key. Always going right is boring. Okay, so we're actually using a bit of a like a DLC quest style unlock system where the basic conventions of the game need to be unlocked before we can use them. Look at all that we've just learned in our 5 seconds of playing the game. So we've got a bit of a Gameboy aesthetic here. Reminds me a little bit of Pokemon or something, or maybe Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, only blown up on a giant monitor. It looks very different. So we've got basic scrolling, so we go from being able to only move one way to move the other way to move in all directions, and now we can actually scroll the screen, which would have meant made it very difficult for us to progress had we not had that ability. The rocks actually blend in quite a bit into the ground and grass apparently makes grand. Inventing words here. So I don't even need to press a button to open these chests, I just run into them. Okay, we just unlocked sound effects, or sound FX. The game sounds much more alive this way, that is absolutely true. Right now it's giving me like a 2-bit, or Game Boy's 2-bit, right? Like super lo-fi anodyne feeling, which is kind of interesting. Smoother scrolling. Oh, so now we don't have to go through one screen to the next. Kind of a shame they got to that point so quickly. I actually would have liked to have the game switch that up after a while, so you think that's the standard, and then all of a sudden it isn't. Let's do a little bit more wandering. We've got a sword! We can now kill the evil monsters and cut down bushes. That's great news. How do I use my sword, though? I'm going to try spacebar. Okay. Tried Z first, and then I tried Control. But spacebar it is. So what are the bushes that I can cut down? Are they these bushes? Are they those? They're not any of those bushes. Let's keep looking. Oh, it's these little bushes. Oh, wow, they turn into a bazillion little particles. I like that. It's a fun effect. I've got monsters. I unlocked the monsters chest, and we've got, like, Octorocks to fight now, who break as if we were in 3D Dot Game Heroes, which is kind of funny. 3D Dot Game Heroes, by the way, is an awesome... Oh, we've got music! Awesome game that I think everybody should try if you have a PS3. It's basically like a voxel remake of the original Zelda, with a whole bunch of fun twists on it. So there was still another chest here that I haven't explored. Oh, okay, I thought that was going to teleport me somewhere. Oh, we've got save points, those are good. So far, I'm completely into this. I don't know, I think I started to say this a second ago, and I'm going to make this probably a pretty long episode, depending on how long it takes for me to show off some of the cooler features of the game, including, you know, the graphical aesthetic. So those were stars. Apparently those are an upgrade, or not an upgrade, but like a bonus thing. We've got the bat, a new card to play, Double Twin. This is the game from Final Fantasy VIII with the cards. There's a triple triad, or triple something or other. Oh, bat. Get out of here, bat. I guess I can't walk. Is that supposed to be water? Probably is. It's also reminding me a little bit of Seedling. Hey, we unlocked 16 color display. It looks much nicer like this. Now it's probably a little easier to tell what we're doing. The character is very large on the screen. I wasn't expecting the resolution to be so, well, I want to say low, but in a way, that's not what I mean. I'm not trying to, like, put the game down, but I just wasn't expecting the frame of reference for the character to just take up so much of the screen. I am playing this on a very large monitor, though, so that might have something to do with it. But just the general proportion sense of from one part of the screen to the other seems like the character's taking up quite a bit. Anyway, so I still feel like I want to get back to that chest that I couldn't get over here. I'm gonna have to come around from another angle to get at that one, right? Maybe I can go back all the way around. I don't want to go back too far and end up getting myself lost. Are these... Oh, this... Okay, this is the right way. I wonder if there's optional ones. Oh, I got the Octo Rack. So this game definitely doesn't mind making its references. It's doing it quite explicitly. I mean, the Zelda references here are obvious. I mean, probably don't really need to explain them. And we got another star. But outside of even the Zelda reference, what else am I seeing? There's maybe a little bit of, what is it called? Chrysalis? It's like an old Sega Master System game that had a similar vibe to it. Of course, Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior, depending on what part of the series we're talking about. There's countless games that played somewhat similar to this back in the day. I mean, these were some of my favorite types of games to play. I even see like a very slight like Secret of Mana feel to this. Perhaps, oh, one hit kills you, huh? I didn't realize that. Well, good thing I just saved. Secret of Mana, by the way, one of my favorite RPGs of all time. I don't know if I've ever gone on record as actually having said that in one of my videos, but now you know. I don't play it enough. Like, it was Super Metroid, I play that like once a year. But Secret of Mana, I mean, it's a freaking huge game. I don't know if you guys have played it, but it's, I don't know, it can take you like 40, 50, 60 hours, depending on how much you want to put into it, I guess. Because I don't know, I have this one save file that's lasted me ages, and I never actually got everything in it. The goal was to get these orbs to drop, and to get them to drop was like exceedingly rare, or difficult, I should say. So you just have to sit there and grind in like some of the last areas in the game to hopefully level all your weapons up to the maximum. What did I just get? I unlocked story. A short story. Okay, adventure. Centuries of peace and ancient evil has finally resurfaced to threaten the world of Evolandia. You're one of the few remaining members of the Order of the Dragon Knights whose purpose is to travel the world to help the needy and fight evil. Those centuries of peace clearly mean you haven't had a whole lot to do recently, but it looks like business is picking up again. Very nice. Alright, yeah, we unlocked storyline. I really like the modular approach to gameplay here. Games like this... Oh, sweet. 256 color display. Somehow the character looks almost like less detailed in a weird way, but no, that's not true. It actually looks pretty sweet. Alright, so let's keep making our way up here and see what other kind of goodies we can find. I got a sign panel. Luckily, it seems your hero knows how to read these signs. That is nice, otherwise we'd have to unlock that as well. Paths reserved for agile adventurers. And there's another save point, but I cannot reach it. Okay. Well, what I was going to say before I got interrupted by 256 color display, or whatever that was that I just find it very interesting when they make games like this. I mean, really, there haven't been too many that exist. But DLC Quest being the one that I can think of. I just find it very interesting. There's sort of a commentary on game design by itself, that we're going through this evolution of building on and building on and building on. Oh, we've got free movement. Oh, we're not constrained to tiles anymore. That's pretty cool. Access has been blocked by the dimensional stone. Try the path to the east. Okay. So I guess now that we can slide between the tiles, that makes that work. Anyway. Yeah, in general, I mean, this sort of thing I find is just a very cool thing. I mean, there's so much that we don't appreciate about game design when we run through games. You know, if you're not actively looking out for this stuff, you can miss a lot. And, oh, I kind of thought that would happen, but it still scared me a little bit when it did, because it's exactly like what happens in Zelda. Alright, turn around. There we go. We probably both come to life. Oh, I got an inventory. Sweet, so I got swords, bombs, and arrows, but I don't have the other ones yet. Should probably kill both of these things in case that helps me somehow. I'll save again, because this doesn't hurt. I wonder if it just snapshots exactly wherever you are. Whoa. A little rough that you only get one hit to die. I mean, maybe that's something else we'll unlock. Maybe we'll get heart pieces or something. Oh, I got Path Unlocked. Killing all the monsters sometimes help you out in your quest. Okay. I should mention, as I often do, this game is available on Steam for $9.99. At the time of me recording this, it's actually $8.99, because, you know, most games when they come out on Steam seem to have some sort of a discount. Alright, this is a very strange perspective here. So we've got, and it's not surprising or anything because I've seen plenty of games do this before, but like an overworld map where we're gigantic, but the path is super small, although the flowers are really big, and this treasure chest is the same size as the hero, so I don't know, that's very confusing. We got turn-based battle. Let's change to a I like the adventure action style. Alright, well I guess we're just going on a journey here, so now we get to fight an Emook, which looks sort of like some kind of a cockatrice, like chocobo hybrid or something. So we've got active time battle or whatever they called it. Oh, I got 50 gliss. Alright, so we were parodying Zelda, now we're parodying Final Fantasy. Or Dragon Quest, I suppose. Depends if there are slimes. Oh, well, there we go. Have there been slimes in Final Fantasy? There probably have been. I mean, there's just been just about everything in Final Fantasy at this point. The game's got 80 million iterations. I know it's a very controversial thing to say, but I always thought, well, not always, but ever since it came out, I kind of thought Final Fantasy XII was probably the best in the series. I know a lot of people hold up Final Fantasy VII as their favorite, and that's totally cool if you're one of those people. I just found, going back to it, it didn't have nearly the amount of appeal that it did when it was a brand new game, and it was one of the first times that Americans were introduced to cutscenes and all of that exciting stuff, and one of the first times that the developers chose to really use emotion in an effective way in a video game, as far as I can remember. Although now that that's all kind of gone behind us, you know, it's not quite as big of a deal. So we've gotten Mode 7. It looked really gorgeous when it was introduced back in 1990. Oh man, it reminds me of ActRaiser, or like every Final Fantasy world map. I got Place's Name. You will learn the name of places you travel to. Oh, well that's a strange thing to get. No stranger than some of the stuff you unlock in Symphony of the Night. Hey look, I can turn into gas now. I can turn into a wolf now. I got a cube that tells me how much damage I'm doing. What? I think it's a cube. I got the slime card for Double Twin. I don't know if we'll stick around long enough to see what Double Twin's about. I don't want to spoil too much of the game here. I guess I should probably kill these guys, since there's 4 of them. I would like some bombs, please, so I don't have to sit and beat on them the whole time. Okay, they're not too hard. I forgot, wasn't there a save point right down here or something? No. Okay. Oh, does that make them respawn? No, it doesn't. That's neat. I like how his character's mouth opens when he attacks. That's kind of a nice touch. There's little details in sprite art that some of the reasons that they have so much character and so much, you know, personality to them is because, you know, with the 3D games, everything is so worried about, you know, making the textures look as naturalistic as possible and modeling every possible corner and everything, but sometimes they just lack in personality and character a little bit, at least in my opinion. And that's not always, because there's plenty of ways to get around that by adding style in various other ways. But I just find a lot of times sprite art is just inherently charming. You know, if the art's done well, it usually results in a pretty cohesive environment at the very least. And when it's done really well, it can actually really pull you into the characters. What did I get? I've got Village. Why do villages always have such annoying music? I wouldn't have said this was that annoying. I've got NPC. Wow, why is that guy huge? Oh. I don't speak to children. Okay, so I guess we're super tiny. The scale is so weird in this game. I guess it's sorta not, but it just keeps morphing all the time when we go from one area to the next. Regardless, if you're wondering where I'm at mentally with this game, I'm still very much enjoying it. Really, anytime a game takes this sort of an approach, since we're doing sort of a, like, beyond the, what is it, the fourth wall? Is it the third wall or the fourth wall? It's the fourth wall, right? Approach of, like, we're catering to the viewer, catering to the player, rather, through a commentary of game design. I think that's always very interesting. What are you doing? We should go to bed because we're children. If you're not a nice boy, the evil Kefka's ghost. Oh, of course Kefka would. I always like the shading style too. It's got like a heavier contrast than a lot of the games that you'd see back in the day. If you squint your eyes really well, it actually looks like way higher quality than it actually is. And I'm not saying it's not high quality, I just mean like it looks like it's higher fidelity than it actually is. But I guess that's just, you know, part and parcel with contrast. Adults are not funny, they always complain about us children. If only I could eat the growth seed, I would no longer be a child. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna go unlock that. The seed I found has fallen down the well. I'm too scared to get it back, it's too dark down there. Are we gonna get exiled? Is this gonna turn into a Secret of Mana parody as well? I guess we'll find out. I got enter houses. They really break down all the gameplay conventions in this game. It's very cool. It's an interesting way to funnel the player through a linear experience with the appearance of a very open world experience. Are these sprites actually... They look like they're from a game I've played already. Are these from Chrono Trigger? I don't even know if that would work. Like, are you allowed to just like take sprites? They can't be the same thing. So we unlocked an innkeeper. They just look very similar. What about resting in our cozy inn? Costs you 10 gliss. Well, I've got quite a few of those. I don't even think I needed to, but, you know, why not? Just enjoy the experience. Oh, that's not a door. My fault. I thought those were the usual light beams coming from doors, but no, the light beams were just indicating windows in this case. Alright, so now we've got to go exploring a little bit more. I'm not sure where we're going at this point. Also funny that I haven't unlocked leveling yet. I'm not sure if that's a thing that I'm going to unlock. I mean, I'm going to kind of assume it is. But I do want to note, if you, I think I mentioned this earlier, but if you keep playing, eventually it does actually get to like 3D pre-rendered environments and such. I'm not sure if it goes beyond that, but pretty awesome to start at 2-bit and work your way all the way up. What did I unlock while I was in the town that might be beneficial? I don't even know. I think I should keep looking around in there. I don't think I've gotten anything worth... Let's just run. Can we run? I'm not getting levels or experience anyway, so... Yeah, it doesn't matter. There's a chest over behind the village. I should probably look for that growth seed in the well, like that kid mentioned. Sorry, I almost botched that one. There seems to be a lot of walls in all those directions. What about up here? Did I go in this building yet? Is this... Oh, no, I guess I didn't. I got shopkeeper. Okay, shopkeeper's a good guy to have. Sorry, the National Sword Association does now allow us to sell weapons to children yet. I think that's a typo. I meant to say not. How to Cook an Emuk by KFC Yummy. Okay. It's always nice to have a little bit of humor in games. I always hate it when they get too dry. These kind of parody-style games can be a little bit interesting, though, because they're sort of inherently humorous by themselves. Like, you don't even really have to try. Yeah, let's get in the well. I got a secret place. What are you doing? What the hell are you doing down in this place? Well, I guess it's a dungeon. I mean, that's how it works. We're gonna go find a seed. Is this it? Oh, I got the worm card. Lovely music as well. I mean, I know they were trying to poke fun at themselves. Oh, it's actually a the fairy walnut or something from Secret of Mana. It looks just like it. Yeah, I want to eat it. And I am an adult now. Wow. I got grow taller. What's with kids in video games anyway? Yeah, well, it's a coming-of-age story they always want to tell. They always want to pull out that whole, you know, the sense of wonderment when you're a child and how everything seems so big around you, and then you eventually grow up into a totally different attitude. I think a lot of the time they actually like forget why they're doing the kid angle. I got a torque card. I feel like after a while it became a trope in RPGs to just put tons of kids in them, and they sort of forgot why they were even bothering. So like never really saw the story through. So many RPGs must have been started with such huge amounts of ambition, and by like halfway through development they're like, man, we gotta put a cap on this, we've been doing this for years. And eventually they just had to put out whatever they had, and sometimes it came out better than others, I guess. But that's what I like about Secret of Mana. That game seems like all the ambition in the world that they had, they just put into it, and it actually like pretty much followed through to the end. Quite strong monsters in the caves ahead. I'll let you pass with your current equipment. Well, that's okay, because now I'm not a kid anymore, so I can go buy a sword from the shopkeeper, I guess. I already had a sword. Oh, something... The door's locked now. Okay. Was that locked before? Or did I just never try and go in? Hard to say. Anyway. Alright, welcome. Let's buy a longsword. I've got plenty of money left. I guess that's what I was getting before when I was fighting those enemies in the field. Do I have to equip it? Oh, I see my inventory screen has changed. So it's sort of more default RPG Maker style. Although I know the reference is actually Final Fantasy, but you know. We've got a Phoenix down, a rare card. I don't know what the rare card is. I don't know that I care, though. I should probably buy some armor. I've got equipped. I am now ready to fight stronger monsters. So now let's do that. I kind of like the pacing that they're letting us go through the game at, but at the same time I feel like it would have also been really cool to see this like divided into quadrants per se. Like if you had the first chunk of the game took place in 8-bit land, and so on and so forth down the path. Oh, what are these supposed to be? Some kind of Pokemon? Skaven? But yeah, I just think the pacing could have been approached in either direction. I think it's probably fine the way it is, but it would have also been really cool to see the gameplay divided up in a larger segment. So when you get these big upgrades, like, you don't really understand the scope of the game, and I guess I still, honestly, really don't. Oh, I saved someone from monsters. I probably said that at the beginning, I just didn't read the text box. I need the crystal in the cave to save my hometown. That's typical. Of course I will help you. I got forced choice. Looks like the scenario is lacking proper branching here. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's a good name for you. Karis has joined the team. What's that a reference to? Is that a reference to anything? Probably is. Kinda wanna go over here first before we go in the cave. I don't think I can handle too many random encounters, though. I can probably handle a slime anyway. I should probably go back and rest again before I attempt whatever this dungeon is, now that I have a second character with me. I don't want to get careless here and lose some progress. I kind of like this transition, though, from the overworld to the town. I think that's kind of a nice effect. It's pretty much seamless. I mean, it's very close to seamless. It's just that little snag for a split second, but it's a nice transition. Alright, how do I find the inn again? I forgot which one that was. I think it was all the way on the bottom left or something. I think it was the first thing I went into, so... Oh, no, I saw the sign. That was not it. I just meant to look at the sign above it, but I accidentally walked too far. There it is. Oh, it actually says inn on it. I forgot. Alright, 10 Gillis, whatever they were. Do some resting. Save our game. It's nice that we made that transition that quickly, like we were doing the totally Zelda style with the action save points, and now we've gone to like Final Fantasy style. I mean, the whole gameplay is really changing around the premise, or the focus of each segment. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to come up with a way to really describe it, but in a way, it seemed like making the segments of gameplay longer would really result in a much more fulfilling progression. But as it is, I feel like the pace that we're setting seems to say that we're going to probably go through these different aesthetics very quickly. Although there's no reason they have to be balanced to be equally the same length for each one. It's just the impression that I think people would get. This is the impression I generally get. You need to find the crystal. Its power can change your perception of the world, and with it you can fight the evil that threatens my village. By the way, I just noticed I forgot to ask your name. I don't even have a name. My name is Clink. Okay. Got a name. The girl is finally noticing you're an actual human being. Okay. So I guess we're doing random encounters in here as well. I wasn't sure if we were going to go, you know, one way or the other with that. Okay, I've unlocked cave monsters. There they are. Those are totally Pokemon. At least that thing in the front is. I don't... The thing in the back probably is too, but I can't... It's like a Diglett combined with something else, combined with something else. Doesn't necessarily have to be a Pokemon. I'm sure there's a reference to something else in there as well. These guys are kind of strong for me not having the ability to level up, really. As far as I can tell. Right, I mean, I should look in my HP, attack, defense. Yeah, I don't have any experience points to speak of. Another dead end. Dungeons like this are always kind of silly to me. It's like, once you've been through it one time, you will never go down the dead ends again unless you just forget. So it seems like you're actually, like, encouraging people to speedrun your game by doing that kind of thing. Oh, I found a potion, that's good. I wasn't even sure I could touch that. Cobra Zero, that's a pretty threatening looking thing. Oh, another potion. Glad I started looking at all these things. What? Oh, okay, that one doesn't do anything. And another Cobra Zero. If you've ever wondered why I don't do more RPG-style games on the show and or the channel in general, it's just because I find this sort of a thing a little bit tedious. You know, having to go through random battles, and what are you gonna... I mean, you're gonna narrate through them, obviously, but... Or the other options, you edit through them. Either way, sounds like it would be annoying for one of the two of us. So, I mean, I could just, like, skip the random encounters and just cut to main story progression points, but I also like the completion element. I always feel kind of bad if I'm showing things out of sequence without proper context. I feel like it's sort of my duty to show you guys what exactly it is that we've seen from start to finish whenever possible. That's why I keep my editing reasonably minimal. By the way, the animation when Karis is happy and wins a battle is quite adorable. And in general, the animations in this are quite well done. She's kind of in trouble. I should probably use an item. 61. Okay, yeah, it's 50 back. Kind of forgot to check into that. 70 gliss. What did I get? Experience points. Oh, sweet, I got experience. That is a pretty big gameplay convention to unlock. So now I'm going to actually have the ability to get deeper into this cave. This may be where the game starts to actually quite open up. Once you have the ability to take your own character's progression into your hands a little bit more. And we've already reached level 2. Defense increased, excellent. Although the leveling might also be somewhat superficial, I'm not sure. Is this just a giant circle? It probably is. I make a concerted effort when I play games with labyrinth-like areas or mazes to generally try and go all the ways that I know are the wrong way, whenever I can tell it's the wrong way, and then lastly go in the right direction. Can I use potions from menu? I cannot, as far as I can tell. I'm pretty sure... Oh! No. What did I get? I got a star. Well, good for me. But this is blocked by rocks, so I guess... Good call that I went this way. Let's throw a potion on this Clink character. What kind of name is Clink as a default name? I don't know. I guess what kind of name is Ness or Link? Oh, Clink, Link. Yeah, okay, I'm an idiot. That's really funny that I just happened to say that by accident. Okay, what is this? Life fountains and fresh water might heal you... Oh, now you tell me. Well, I just used a potion 3 seconds ago. And it's little gameplay nuances like that that let you know secretly that the developer wants you to try and make forward momentum as much as possible, because if they wanted to, could have very easily not included this. Oh, and we can save. And we would have actually been forced to exit the cave and make a second pass at it, maybe do a little bit of grinding. depending on the situation. So it's like little gameplay, you know, tweaks and little things that you'll pick up on if you're looking very carefully that can sort of, if you read between the lines, you can get this other narrative of how the developer wants you to move through this experience. And then I guess once you're conscious of that, you can make the decision whether or not you want to follow along with your script, so to speak. I don't know if you've noticed, but I tend to try to break the script pretty much as often as possible whenever I play video games, just the way I am, I guess. Call me a gaming skeptic. You got something happen somewhere. I like that, that's a great title. But I think for generally, game developers tend to appreciate people that try to break their games as long as they don't mind fixing their games, and they shouldn't mind, hopefully. Because if you're committed to making the best quality product you can, you want people to go out of their way to make sure whatever can be done will be done, and they have an answer for all those questions, so to speak. I got the Skaven card. Skaven, I don't know. So something happens somewhere, card has been activated, or chest has been activated. I'm not sure where we're going, but we're gonna find it. Doing quite a bit of random battling here. I kind of wish I had a spray to keep the enemies away for a moment. Or maybe a few Pokeballs to catch some of them, to use them on my team. Oh, excuse me. My voice just kind of cracked there a little bit. I should go back and hit that life-giving stream again. Nah, I kind of don't... Oh, the crystal's right here. I guess that's that. You woke up the Guardian of the Crystal. Oh, well, maybe I should have. So now what do I have to fight? Some sort of very strange skull rock with feathers coming out of it. He was the Crystal's Guardian for many centuries, but it looks like he's been corrupted by some evil power. Most likely the same evil that has attacked my hometown. Let's get the crystal. We need its power to fight. Sounds like a good plan indeed. I still haven't unlocked any magic abilities. I'm sure that... Oh, well, she has some. Oh, she has a heal... I didn't even realize. Super dumb. I should have probably checked that first thing. You'd think I've played enough... Oh, I got boss animations. He looks much more dangerous. You'd think I've played enough RPGs to know that, like, I should check on my character's stuff as soon as I get one. Whatever. Gotta get my gaming muscles back in shape, or something. Oh, I thought I killed it already, wow. Let's... Wait a minute, who am I using here? Oh, wrong character. I meant to cast heal. Oh, it cures both of us, too, wow. Oh, but it's not very much. Boss doesn't seem all that powerful, or is it saving up for one big, like, railgun attack? 24, okay, that's a... not a crazy huge hit, but it's a big enough one. Should probably not use the potion until I need to. Just keep doing little heal... Oh, hang on. Do little heals. Make sure we stay revitalized to the best of our abilities here. Oh, okay, it's going invisible, so I can't hit it. That makes sense. Do I have MP? I don't see any meters such as that. Maybe I just have infinite MP, that's kind of nice. It'd be kind of hard to lose if you have infinite MP, though. Oh, I guess we won. Alright, we've gotten 400 Gliss and 20 XP. Crystal Power's been activated. Kind of wanted to go up and make sure there wasn't a chest right there, but I guess I've sort of forfeited that ability at this point. Oh man, we've unlocked 3D. It looks like freaking Wind Waker. That's awesome. Whole third dimension. Power of the crystal is incredible. Now I feel like I can fight the evil which threatens my village. But we'll have to cross the Noria mines the mines. Okay, yeah, I get it. Thank you for helping me. You're my hero. Oh, isn't that nice? Can we be friends? Can you stay in my party? I don't really want to leave you. Power of crystal is incredible. Oh, okay. Anytime. So we'll probably have to unlock graphics. Like any... Oh, there it is. Wow, that's actually quite a nice art style. It's surprisingly well done. I got 16-bit music. The music's evolving too. Oh, jeez. Well, I haven't gotten a save point yet. Oh, and there's an animation for the chest, and we've gotten heart pieces. Excellent. Wow, this is so much more advanced looking now. This is pretty crazy. My opinions are not changing. I'm still quite finding this lovely and interesting and engaging and enjoyable. So don't get the wrong idea. If I haven't said anything particularly straight, like positive critique-wise about the game in a little while, it doesn't mean I've stopped enjoying it. I actually think this is pretty freaking cool. I got the Zumba card. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna have a pretty formidable deck here. What character does he look like? I mean, I know, obviously, we're doing the whole Link reference, but that helmet thing looks like something else. I can't quite place it. I'm certain I've seen it before. Whatever, I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments, you always do. Well, I guess... Oh, okay, right. I was expecting to die in one hit, but I forgot I've unlocked a health bar now. I guess this is probably about as good a point as any to wrap things up. I assume I'm going to be unlocking bombs in short order, because we've got a stack of rocks here, and that's just sort of how that works. You know, the whole key and lock mechanism in game design is still going strong after all these years. It's the foundation of Zelda games, and to a certain extent, well, to a very large extent, Metroidvania games as well. You know, you gotta have a lock, and then you gotta get the key. And the key and the lock take many different forms, whether they be bombs and breakable walls, or grappling hooks and grapple points. You can go on and ad infinitum with that concept. You could actually even make them quite abstract. You know, you need a circle and a other colored circle. Whatever. I think you get the idea. So yeah, this has been Evoland. Very cool. Definitely getting my recommendation, my thumbs up. I don't really see a lot of downsides to it. The only thing that I'm not sure about is particularly how long this game is. But I guess it's long enough that there is a bit of a tale to tell. It seems like at $10, that's the only factor that I haven't completely taken into consideration. If the game turns out to be only about 15 or 20 minutes longer than all I've shown in this video, well, it's still a pretty cool experience. But charging 10 for it seems like it might be slightly egregious. Regardless, though, I think this is probably quite worth the money. I think the experience is going to be longer than that. Just, if anything, just to take a little walk through game design so quickly like this, it's very cool to see. Oh, I got pixelated textures. I don't know if this is an upgrade or a downgrade. I kind of want a relic menu, a la Castlevania, like I mentioned before, Symphony of the Night, where you can like turn on and off some of these abilities, but I guess that would make programming this kind of a nightmare, so maybe I don't really want to wish that on them, because so far I quite like the developer and I don't want to be mean to them. So, with that, I will actually wrap up this episode. As always, if you guys enjoyed what you saw and you want to check out more, I've got hundreds of videos categorized and cataloged for you for your perusal over on my website, which is indie-impressions.com. You can sort them by tags, distribution methods, by payment style. If you just want to look at all the free games I've covered on the show, feel free to do that. It's all right over on that website. I've also got forums over there that you can feel free to browse and say hey to some other indie fans, maybe make some friends over there as well. You never know what's going to happen. It's pretty wild. Facebook.com/IndieImpressions, though, if you'd like to stop by there as well. Leave a like on that page if you choose. You will get every day's new video delivered right into your Facebook stream. That we can stay appraised of all the new information regarding the channel, any channel updates or news updates in general, as well as contests and game giveaways generally happen to take place on the Facebook page. So, you know, if you got a minute and you want to browse it... Oh, I passed the Dimensional Stone. I guess we're back to the beginning now. That's kind of cool. I think this looped back around. Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt myself there. I think you could probably tell what was going on. But yeah, other than the Facebook page, if you're an indie dev and you'd like to request your game to possibly be covered on the show, quickest ways to reach me are to either send me an email via the contact form on the website, or if you want to just tweet me, my Twitter handle is @RockLeeSmile on Twitter. All of my social media links are available right in the description of the video, as well as a purchase link for this game if you'd like to go check it out yourself. And I do urge you to do that. I quite enjoyed this. I think you might as well yourself if you have a history with RPGs in general. I think you'll get quite a sweet nostalgia trip from this. And I'm always into finding more games that really take an exploratory and very kind of a tongue-in-cheek route when it comes to game design and presentation. I think this is very unique and very cool. and I hope to find more stuff like this in the future. I mean, hopefully not too much stuff where the idea might get played out, but, you know, one every now and then is definitely quite cool. So, that has been another episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you come back again tomorrow for yet another awesome indie game, and I hope you have a lovely night. I will see you later.